Let's see. Yay! Okay. Hi, guys. This is Susan with Susan's Travel Services on Tahiti Thursday. We tend to do these on Thursday. I think Tuesdays are just hard because Mondays are hard. I am here with Kate Morris, my favorite person from the Four Seasons. I got to meet Kate. We just were talking about this in December of 19 when I got to go there. So here's my funny story about the Four Seasons. So we got to the Four Seasons. We were with the Tahiti Tourism Board, and we had seen 5 hotels. 5 hotels that day. You know, Denise made us nuts, right? So we're driving, we're going around. We get to our room. I go to my room, and my key doesn't work. So I have to walk all the way back. So I walk back to my room and I FaceTime my husband and I start crying. I'm like, I'm so tired. It's so bad. And he goes, my husband's the kindest person. He goes, you need to get a grip. You're at the freaking Four Seasons in Bora Bora. Grow up. And I went, okay. I remember just sitting there. It's been our joke since then. I'm like, you're right. I'm laying on the bed. I'm looking out this beautiful view. And he's like, grow up. You're at the Four Seasons. I'm like, you're right. I'm totally at the Four Seasons. So every time someone brings up the Four Seasons, I'm like, yeah, I have a funny story about the Four Seasons. So, but it was fabulous. We had that incredible fire show and the food was great. And it's just a wonderful place. But it's funny that I was on the farther pontoon. So, I had to walk far. It just doesn't matter. I mean, I just was tired and, I had to appreciate where I was. So, but I appreciate you guys listening. So part of our series here is to introduce you to the people that we work with. And the reason we have these relationships is so that, hey, we want to make sure you guys are our VIPs when you show up. If you guys have questions, if you guys have anything, the hotels all look fabulous online. And my joke always is I could look really awesome if I show you a picture of me at 25 right now.
Yeah, same.
But 52 and I haven't combed my hair or washed my face today. So we have to be realistic as to what everything is and what it's like and why we ask you to, hey, why would you spend more money to go to a Four Seasons? And what is the value of going to a Four Seasons that puts them above and beyond some of the other places? And that's what Kate's going to share with us so that you guys can. And if you have questions, please do put comments. We'll ask. If not, you can ask us questions, obviously, through emails. And if you guys want to go, you know how to reach us because we've got exclusive rates for you. And because we're part of Virtuo, so we get extra benefits also. So with that, Kate, take it away.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Susan, so much. So Susan was with us in December. That's actually the last time I've been since I even hate the word now, pandemic, the P word.
I know.
But I'm going in 2 weeks. And so I'm very excited. And, we fully renovated in 2019. So we were really optimistic for 2020. Isn't that funny? But it's cool because my boss was just there and Four Seasons as a brand in general is just really good at taking care of what we have. So we were renovated, but let's enhance this. Let's enhance this. So we've done a lot of cool things that Susan, probably you don't even know about. We're now having I believe every Tuesday, you can go make your own flower crown. And there's someone there. We have a director of culture, just kind of explaining, why do you have a flower crown? What does this mean? Why does everybody wear them? And you will see them upon arrival into Tahiti, at the airport, they're there. So just little things like that. Yeah. And so, we're really just good about let's make sure we rake the leaves off the, beach, which is ridiculous. That's actually a job, in the land.
It is probably the cleanest property I've ever
seen. Yes, it is. And so, and the team,
every little piece of grass is cut perfectly.
It is. And the team takes great pride in that. And so I feel like that's just our brand in general. And even when I travel, personally with my family, if I can, I would rather stay at a luxury property because there just are differences. You're surrounded by people that care. And if there was something that for some reason you needed help and Susan, I don't know, our hotel is going to take care of it. Our staff, our property. And that's, what you get with the Four Seasons. And Susan having that relationship with us, we know it's her client. We're okay, perfect, extra VIP care. And that's what this business is about too, with relationships. So so this is our property. We, I say we're on, the best location in Bora Bora. We're Main Street, if you will.
You are.
Mountain view. And something unique to Four Seasons is that your entry level is an overwater bungalow. Some of the other properties start a villa or something. Our villas are our top categories. Our overwaters are entry level. So B2s are entry level. then you've got lagoon view, then mountain view, and then your plunge pool units, and then the villas. And no view is a bad view, okay? So just to kind of give you an overview there. And of course, Susan will help you with your air, but lots of options now via San Francisco, via LA, and even in Seattle starting.
I know, that's so cool. I love that.
So cool. And I actually live on the East Coast, so I'm in Atlanta. So of course I am Delta loyal. Like I don't even know another airline. And I always joke with my Atlanta people because like I don't love the Air France schedule. So I always take Air Tahiti Nui, or I'll do United. So I'll either fly to San Francisco or LA after I've flown Delta to get there, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, just because I actually prefer the overnight flight. So when I go to sleep, we're leaving at 11:45 and we'll be in Tahiti at 5:30 in the morning. And you like, I don't know if Susan's told you, but you like walk down the stairs. There's no gate or anything.
Right.
The stairs. And then you like, it just like hits you. There's like chickens on the runway, like this place. It's right there when you arrive. And you've got these beautiful women like dancing and these men like strumming the ukulele. And you're like, oh my God, I'm in French Polynesia. Like you can't believe it. Yeah. And then you go through, get your passport, get your luggage, and then you walk out and turn left and you go check in for your domestic flight. And so it's kind of confusing. You've got Air Tahiti Nui and then you've got Air Tahiti, which is the local.
I know. Totally different airlines, by the way.
I know. And then you board your flight to Bora Bora, and you literally, when you take off, you look over and you're like, oh my God, that's the most beautiful water I've ever seen in my life.
I know. The flight is so pretty. It's almost like a view in its own.
It is. It's magical. And then you start landing and everyone just like freaks out because you just can't believe like how beautiful it is. Yeah. And then it's I call it like a little house, the Bora Bora airport. And you walk out and our greeter is there. They like, get your little luggage tags, help you with your luggage, get you on our boat. And the boat's below, and then it's like a 10-minute ride to our resort. Yeah. So we're 108 units, and then 27 of those units have plunge pools. You don't really need a plunge pool because you're already over the water, but that is, whatever you want. Private deck, the ladder. And something I personally like about our bungalows is all the doors shut and close. So if you can see in this room, this is the living room where you walk in.
So now I just realized we're seeing yours, but we're seeing the slideshow, but we're still on the first one.
Oh no!
There we go. Recently,
okay, you on it? Okay, maybe it's just
there we go. Oh, nice.
Okay, so what I like about this is like this sofa right here can pull out to a full-size bed. So if you were traveling with like two young kids, you could all share this room. It's all 1,000 square feet.
Or if you get in a fight. I'm just kidding.
Sure.
Who's not gone on a fight on a vacation? That's the worst. Oh my God, that's the worst. You're like, we paid all this money and we're here and I'm having a drag out fight with you and I'm crying and I'm like,
you would be surprised how often.
Oh my God. We always, I like
inside scoop. That happens a lot. Anyway.
Yeah. My husband's like, everyone can hear you. I'm like, you think
no, they can't. Not here. Not here.
No way.
But I love it because all the doors like slide open and close. And then there's even two like air conditioning units. So if like you sleep hot, you sleep cold, blah, you can get it done.
But it's so great that you have that space because that's another thing is that what I loved about that is I get up early and my husband stays up later.
Yes.
And there's very few of us that have that same schedule. So when I get up early, I'll go and work, get on my computer, get that over with, but we can shut the doors and he can be there versus it all being in one place.
Yeah, it's amazing. And so that's a huge benefit. And then, of course, I love how the shower and tub are separate. That's a big deal to me. I don't know why. Don't ask. It's like one of my weird things. And you have your own sink. And you have your own sink. Like,
I love it.
Updated the lighting in our renovation because women, like, we need good lighting.
It's so pretty. It's that back mirror. That was there when I was there. I was like,
yes. And the pool, the tub is like a pool. It's like a deep soaking tub. Like, so many people just open the shutters and just it's amazing. It really is something
it's so beautiful. Yeah,
it is so beautiful. And then you've got your bedroom with your signature Four Seasons bed. And then again, this door opens and closes, which is so nice.
It's my favorite place is my send photos to my mom of my feet at every location. She wants me to make a book of all my feet. She's like, you have to tell me what they are. But I have a photo of my feet there because I like to lay on my bed if I'm tired or in the morning at night and I want to have a view. And if I'm staring at a wall or a TV, I'm not turning on a TV. By the way, the TV in French Polynesia is all in French.
Except for CNN, right?
Yeah, I know. So if you want to watch news, but if not, you're like, or get a VPN on your computer, which we did so we could watch basketball.
Well, we have some fancy like TV system. I've actually never turned on the TV either when I'm there. Yeah. But it is fancy. And I think you can like log in. I'll let you know in 2 weeks. I think you can like log into your Netflix even. It might be
well, that's what the VPN does. VPN allows me to say, hey, I'm in LA.
Yeah.
I could log into my YouTube TV so we could watch the Suns lose. But yeah, when we were there, I was like, so glad we did this. But it does when you're like, oh, I'm tired. And then you're like, oh, everything's in French.
Yeah.
Now, that's so American of us. We're like, why is it all in French?
So American. Why? When I travel with my mom, like, the first thing she does is like, turn on the TV. I'm like, we're on vacation, turn off the TV.
Yeah, we never do it.
Right.
But it is nice if you want music and stuff like that, because you guys do have ability for us to put music in there too, which is fabulous.
Yes, it is fabulous. So yeah, so that's a great thing. But I need to check that out because I haven't even, it's so fancy that I haven't even like, looked at it. But then we've got, so the view, this is a direct mountain view right here. And this has got a plunge pool. So this would be a mountain view over water bungalow with plunge pool. Yep. Okay. So just imagine this without a plunge pool, like equally as fantastic, right?
Yeah. I've never had a plunge pool at any of my overwaters. I've had lots of them. I just gave a quote yesterday to one of my clients, and it does skyrocket the price. I just tell people,
it's expensive.
Let's remember there are pools, and you do have that water, and the water is really warm. It is really nice. You can also, what I've done with some people is we've done a split stay. So you can do a couple nights and then end with a plunge pool, and they will move your bags for you. So know that is part of that service. My sister is a huge Four Seasons person, and we do a lot of Four Seasons in Maui and stuff. And there's a reason that people do that. They really like, they know who you are. There's a staff ratio. You're not going to get that with a lot of other companies. So that's what you're going to get. And so if you want that service and you want them to move you and stuff like that, don't hesitate to change it out.
Yes.
And I do love these because we kept going through these going, isn't this where all the movie stars stay?
A lot of movie stars stay here. But also,
that's what we want to be.
Yeah. And I think too, like a lot of people just want these now because it's so private. So we have 7 total in our inventory. They are the most expensive, but it is for a reason. So you have your own pool, your own beach, and you could leave the villa, or the villa can come, or the resort can come to you. Like if you want the chef to come cook for you, if you want the boat to come pick you up on your little beach, we can make it happen. So you have a dedicated villa host. So that, if you, if there's like some random thing, I was trying to think what I did. It was last year. We had a couple come from California with their children and their nannies. And we got some special things for the baby because they're like, we don't want to haul all this. And we just took care of it. It was all set up when they arrived. So it's really great for 2 couples, a family. You can get a 1-bedroom. It's just such a neat experience. And you can also do an overwater for a few nights and then end with this. I think people think of Bora Bora like I have to have the overwater bungalow, but when they see this, they're like, just kidding, this is amazing. So
I absolutely love that. And you get it's a huge pool, and I remember that.
It's huge.
And I love that huge pool. Yep.
Yeah, and we made them all bigger. So like, look at this. This is like your house, and it's just surrounded by this like jungle. It's amazing. It's truly amazing. So they did a great job with these. So I highly recommend a villa estate if that is something up here.
And it's a great idea if you're going with other people is to look at something like that. Let's compare that to what it would look like to have 2 overwaters versus sharing this for a couple days.
Right. And I've even had like what we call like a compound. Kind of sounds funny, but it'll be like 1 villa and then 2 overwaters close by. So you have like home base is your villa.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's your space. Yeah. You have that huge living room and the pool.
Yes.
Yep.
So it's really neat. So I highly I don't know. These are just something so special.
So cool. I love that. I try to tell people that, but then they're like, you've been in so many overwaters. How can you say that? And I'm like, I actually really like the pool because I am not getting in the ocean at night after I've seen what's in there. I'm like, nope, thanks.
Yeah, I know. It's insane.
There's sharks down there, and they might not eat me, but at night I can't see them, so I'm not getting.
Yeah, they want to eat you. They want to eat you. And so then we have great dining options, and we have we're very versed for if you eat halal meat, if you're vegan, if you're gluten-free, if you're we can accommodate all your needs, probably more so than any other hotel. We're very trained in that as a brand. All our restaurants are open air. All of them have a mountain facing view. We also have 24-hour room service, and we do the Polynesian show as well. In the end of this month, there's something called the Heva, which is the dance festival. And it's really big in Tahiti, but they're in Bora Bora, they have a mini Heva. So that will, instead of the Polynesian show, what we're going to do is we're going to shuttle guests back and forth to the main town to go see the Heva festival. So it's locals doing the local dance. So it's really cool. I've actually never seen it. So that's going to be really neat.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So we'll do that. So yeah, just watch the sunset, put your toes in the sand. Very casual. You don't have to dress up. It's just a nice, and again, you're getting that mountain view. And then, of course, we have beautiful spots located at the top of our resort. So it's very tranquil. And I love that we have a relaxation area that you can like view the reef side, or you can, view the ocean side. So this right here is the ocean side.
Right.
Not where you would swim because of all the coral, but it's beautiful to look at. And then we also have, exclusive partnerships. So we have our own marine biologist. And we have our own tennis pro, which I thought was ridiculous, but there are so many people that want to play tennis, and it is kind of magical to like hit the tennis ball as you look at Mount Ojumanu. And then we have Dive Easy on property. So if you want to be certified, if you're a beginner, they can do everything for you. They can tell you, okay, this is when you can dive with the ear thing. Like I don't dive, so I have no idea about that, but they are on property to take care of you.
Yeah, that's great.
It's just so nice. And then of course, all the activities. So all the non-motorized stuff, is complimentary. And then Susan can help you with all your activities too.
Yeah. There's a lot of other things you can do. Much more. They're actually opening it up. Oh, look at that yoga.
So we do a lot of yoga. We do have a kids club. I know that surprises people. It's something we do as a brand, and it's it's very well appointed, hidden. Yeah. So that if you are there on your honeymoon, and you don't want to see a lot of kids, you're not going to. You might see them at breakfast, but they're, it is open to that. And then our pool is amazing. It's not like Hawaii where you're like fighting for your, chair every morning. Because, you think about it, you're on your bungalow or you're on an excursion or you're eating or you're at the pool. So there's never it's never super, super crowded, even though if it is busy. And then of course, it's a romance destination. If you want, Susan can arrange a ceremony for you, a romantic dinner, a vow renewal, you name it. We can do it.
Right. Yeah. Super fun. I've seen a lot of really unique things there, which is fun. So there's a lot of different ways. A lot of people ask about that. I thought about doing a vow renewal when we were there. We didn't. I guess we're going to have to go back.
You're going to have to go back. So that is my beautiful.
I love it. We haven't really had any questions, but I would say that, what I try to tell people is I love Bora Bora. I think it's great. I always encourage people to do another island. Yeah. Our goal always is to say, hey, I want you to go to a destination and I want you to feel like I saw it. And if I want to go back, it's great, but I don't have to go back.
Right.
I love going back to destinations, but I also am like, hey, I want to go to Ireland. I want to go to New Zealand. I really wish I had gone and seen Moorea.
Right.
I only went to Bora Bora. And so I really do try to add, hey, Moorea is a great island to start with, and with Bora Bora. Yes. We usually end with Bora Bora. There's Bora Bora is that iconic look and iconic place. One question I did have was, you guys offer a shuttle to the main island?
We do. So it goes every day but Sunday. So Sunday is they actually observe Sunday as, we did long time ago in America. So everything is closed. You go to church and you're with your family and that's it. So the main town is closed. So you really can't go there. So we do have a shuttle every day. It leaves at 12. And then you go to the pier where the cruises dock in Vaitape. And then it gives you only a few hours. That's all you need. And then we come back around 3:00. There's a charge. I want to say it's $25 US, but it's great. And if you feel like, I tell people, I don't think you really need to see the main town, but if you want to, this is a great way. I think it's kind of cool to do a little bit of shopping. There's 2 grocery stores. So it's not a lot. There's one stop sign. There's only 10,000 people. So it's very tiny. But if somebody's like, I really just want to see it, I'm staying 8 nights, 6 nights, let's go. They'll go for the day. You can go have lunch. So that's kind of fun to do if you want to do that. So we would offer that for you. You can also do a private boat too, but our shuttles
are expensive.
They are.
Yeah, I've done them. I had to do it between Intercontinental and another hotel we were moving at last May, and it was about $200. So I do tell people, you don't understand the water taxis charge, and they go, why? And I go, because they can.
Well, because that's the only way to get around, and you have to.
How else are you gonna get,
right? And you don't you can't swim. I mean, I guess
exactly. You can't do that. So it is. It's one of those where you go. It's you have to kind of realize that's and I would say that when you're in Bora Bora, yes, there is a town. I actually enjoyed it when I was on the cruise last time. But really, when you go to Bora Bora, that's why we try to do 4 or 5 nights max. Is you really hang out at the resort.
You do.
So you can do activities like water, maybe you want to go to those, water activities and stuff like that. But you're really there to enjoy that resort, and you're there to relax and stuff like that. And that's why it's really important to pick a great resort. I think it's really important when you've gone that far to really have, you want service. I want to make sure that I've got, room service. And I joke about this. I don't want to clean up my bed. I just got teased yesterday that I do a lot of live videos, and somebody goes, I just love that your last live video while you were in Bora Bora, your bed was not made and you had Doritos on it. But I went, I didn't even notice. Like, I'm like, that's so me. But I was like, that's how I am. I'm like, I just didn't even notice. But I want someone to come make my bed because I do that all the time. So I'm like, I don't want that on my vacation. And I don't want to feel like, oh gosh, I got to make my bed or my room's a mess or the attention to detail. Or sometimes I've gotten back to a hotel and you're like, oh, it's 4:00. My bed's not made. And you're like, what? Okay. And you don't want to be that way, but you're like, instead of, how can we help you, Susan?
Yeah.
How can we help Mr. and Mrs. Green? And that's just a nice feeling. And when you pay that kind of money, you're going to get that with the Four Seasons.
Yes,
so it's been everyone that's gone there. The photos that there's a photographer there. We also have another great photographer too, but there's great photography people. I've had some people do great photos going off the beach. So it's a beautiful place. And remind me, I know you guys do you have a snorkeling place in?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do. So we have our own lagoon sanctuary, and that's where our marine biologist works out of. And they even built, Susan, I haven't seen it yet. I'll have to send you pictures. Yeah. But there's like, it's big. And like, if you go towards the end, so it's hard to explain, but anyway, you can see the spa, and then you've got this beautiful area, and they built this little pavilion so you can actually meet with the marine biologist there and talk about the coral. And they really talk about, saving the environment, saving the coral. We're going to sustain sustainability and things like that. So it's really,
I love that. That's really nice because I'll be honest, Bora, when you look at the overwaters, comparing it to like Moorea has a lot more fish right off your water. When you go to Bora, I was like, where'd they go?
Yeah.
And it's because it's less, there's less coral and it's more shallow. But those interior, like St. Regis has that too, where they have these lagoons, and that's where you go swim. And it's so nice to go, oh, this is just included. Like I can just participate whenever I want.
And then we have all the snorkel gear, and I'm lazy. I like a noodle, so I'll just like float on the noodle with my little goggles, because I don't want to like have to work. So it's awesome.
I love that. Well, thank you, Kate. This is so fun. I know that we have other people. I know I will keep in touch with you. I can't wait to hear about your trip next week. You have to send me photos.
I'm gonna send you photos.
Enjoy. Have a fabulous time. It's such a great time to go.
Thanks for having me.
You are fabulous. Okay, we'll chat soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye.